Good evening, fourth graders. Yesterday we multiplied, I showed you a multiplication strategy for kind of larger numbers called the partial products method. And I want to show you a second multiplication strategy that you might like today called the area model strategy. So if you would, please at this time, pause the video. On your next page in your math notebook, write multiplying using the area model as your next title. When you're all done, mark your page, close your notebook, and unpause the video and go on. All right, so let me review real quick how the partial products method worked, just so you remember that before I showed you the area model, because it's very related. So I'm going to work this problem here for 2,224 times 4. So remember, I set that up like this, 2,224 times 4. I wrote my ones under my ones. And then I'm going to calculate 4 different partial products. My first partial product is going to be 4 times 4, which is 16. My second partial product is going to be 4 times 20, not 220, because it's in the tens place. So 4 times 20. 4 times 2 is 8, which means 4 times 20, because of that 0, would be 80. My next partial product is 4 times 200. That 2 is in the hundreds place. So 4 times 200. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus my 2 zeros makes 800. And then my last partial product is 4 times 2,000. And 4 times 2 is 8. 1, 2, 3 zeros from my thousands. So my last partial product is 8,000. I did not give myself much space to add those up, sorry. But now that I've got my 4 different partial products, 16, 80, 800, and 8,000, I'm going to add together my partial products to get my whole product, which is 6, 1, 8,816. So that's the partial products method. I left, actually, our partial products from yesterday on here. So the first problem we did yesterday was this one. Jessica's grandfather puts $2,525 into a college account every year for 8 years. How much money will be there at the end? So we already calculated this with the partial products method. And I wanted to leave that on here because the area model is really related. So here's how the area model strategy works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my greater number here, 2,525, and I'm going to write that in expanded form. 2,000 plus 500 plus 20 plus 5. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of draw a row of boxes here. And I'm going to give each number in this expanded form its own box. So I'm going to kind of break that, and that. All right? And then, so that's my 2,525. My other number, my other factor here, 8, it's already in expanded form. There's nothing to do to it. So I'm going to put it over here. So I'm going to multiply 8 by 2,525. And each of these boxes I'm going to fill in like this. This box I'm going to fill in with 8 times 2,000. Since it kind of lines up with both of them. It's in this column and this row. So 8 times 2,000. 8 times 2 is 16. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 zeros to add. 8 times 500 goes in this box. 8 times 5 is 40. And then I've got 2 zeros from the 500. 8 times 20 goes in this box. 8 times 20 is 8 times 2 is 16 plus my 0. And then 8 times 5 is 40. And you'll notice what I really did is I just calculated my partial products. I just organized them a different way. Look, 16,000, 4,000, 160, and 40. All my partial products are there, but this area model setup makes it kind of easy to organize them all and to keep track of them all. So now that I've got all of them, I just add them together, just like I did with partial products. And once again, I get $20,200. So the two methods are very similar. It's just a matter of kind of how you organize them this way or this way. And this is called the area model. Let's do one together. Open your notebook. We're going to work the same example that we worked yesterday. I left the partial product on here. Actually, even if you want to add it to the same page where we did it, if you have room, you could. So the other problem we did together yesterday was we looked at the number of notebooks at Brookwood High School. The 3,528 students at Brookwood High School all need 6 notebooks for the 6 classes. How many notebooks will this be? So I left the partial products method here. Let's do the area model alongside it. So in the area model, I'm going to take this 3,528 and I'm going to write it in expanded form. And I'm going to give each number from the expanded form a box, like that. And I'm multiplying each of those by 6, so I'm going to put 6 over here. And then each box gets 6 times its number. So the first box gets 6 times 3,000. 6 times 3 is 18. 1, 2, 3 zeros. 6 times 5 is 30 plus 2 zeros. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 1 zero. And 6 times 8 is 48. And you'll notice all my partial products are here, right? 48, 48, 120, 120, 3,000, 3,000, 18,000, 18,000. It's just another way to organize it. And so, you may prefer organizing it this way. You may prefer organizing it this way. Both of these are really valuable to know for the future and for 5th grade. So now that I've got my partial products, just add them up. 8, 6, 1, 11. And just like yesterday, there are 21,168 notebooks at Brookwood High School. Whenever I do 2 different strategies, I should expect to get the same answer. So a lot of times I like to do 2 to make sure I got the same thing both times. That is how you do the area model of multiplication. I will see you tomorrow and we'll try some U-Dos.